What is cold smoked bacon? Cold smoking is typically done with cheese, such as Gouda. You put an ITTA bitty tube with ITTA bitty wood pellets into the smoker, so it never gets hot enough to melt the cheese, but the smoky redolence infuses it. You could of course do it with meat, if you didn't want to cook it. Usually if I'm smoking a ham or salmon or a pork loin or turkey, e.g. I want to cook it, but I can see why one would cold smoke bacon, then fry it later. A cold smoker is inexpensive, but the smoker you put it in can run a few hundred. Typically, however, it will do its job without the stall and the Texas cheat, which can drive you crazy if you've got guests coming by that afternoon. Smoking food is done using one of two methods: hot smoking, which actually cooks the food to some degree, and cold smoking, which introduces the food that originates in an environment separate from the food, a technique that flavors the food but does not cook it. Professional chefs use cold smoking as a quick method for preparing dishes where they want a smoked food flavor without actually smoking the food in a smoking oven. Cold smoking is done so that the temperature of the food being smoked remains below 30 degrees Celsius, or 85 degrees Fahrenheit, so that it does not cook at all during the process. Hot smoking does partially cook the food in question. In days past, a side of bacon might be hung up high in the chimney of a house so that it was bathed in smoke but the heat of the fire did not reach it. Bacon that is not only dry salted but also smoked in a manner that does not cook it. Real smoked bacon is done like this, but most industrial smoked bacon is treated with junk products like liquid smoke. I assume it is bacon smoked with wood smoke which has been allowed to cool before being introduced into the smokehouse. It's probably a more expensive, longer-term process.